Alrighty, what is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel for another weekly update. Hope everybody's having a lovely weekend. And with that being said, let's get into the TA. Alright, so we are going to start here with the weekly time frame because this is the weekly update going to the next week. And then we're going to scale down to the daily time frame. We're going to take a look at what we can expect in the coming trading sessions. All right, so starting off with the weekly time frame, I am going to point out sellers still do have quite a bit of strength down here. I think that is very clear to everybody who has been paying attention to the market. Over here on QQQ, you did break down from what I had believed to be a bull flag. Now, does this mean you are going to fall flat on your face? No, it does not. But I am going to point out you do not have much of anything right here. You really don't have any sort of structure until you come all the way down here to just about 335. And I am going to do us another favor here, and we're going to put on the visible range here. All right, so now you can see our volume visible to these candlesticks over here. So instead of being down here, we have them tick by tick over here. Well, not tick by tick, but you can see what I'm talking about. All right, and as you come down to this weekly 200 moving average all the way down here, this is where you have a lot of the beans and potatoes going on, all right? This is where the battles are going to be fought. Over here, you can slice through this bad boy like butter. Now, I will also come over here to SPY, and I think this is going to be playing a key role in where we ended up bottoming out here and then reversing from. Yes, I said reversing from, because I still think that is, I'm going to point out on the daily time frame why I think that's extremely likely. But right here, you can see this from right here, all right, we're going to call it 415, all right, even though it's right around 413. But from 415 all the way down to 395, that is where you are going to have the beans and potatoes, all right? You're going to have your battles being fought down here between the bulls and the bears. What are they fighting for? The beans and potatoes. That's what they're fighting for. All right, so regardless, I am going to point out, you did slice through our little thing like butter this week. You could see this very clearly on the daily time frame. These past 3 trading sessions, you've came straight into it and you closed underneath it. All right, might I add, with increasing volume. That is not the best look. All right, not the best look over there on the daily time frame, but on the weekly time frame, you can see this is where, all right, buyers are going to be stepping up. If you were not going to see buyers step up before 1235, which that is a level I got from the, no, actually, never mind. I did get it from the weekly time frame right over here. It's the close of this candlestick right here. If buyers were not going to hold the line over there, guess what? You're just going to come down here and you're going to completely retrace this whole move. And what is going to very likely take place, you're going to come find buyers down here in the golden pocket. So I am going to keep this video pretty short here. We're going to try and keep it under, we'll call it 8 minutes. All right, we're going to shoot for 8 minutes. We'll see how that goes. All right, but I think it's pretty simple what we're taking a look at. All right, we had, in the last video, all right, Thursday, I think actually we said this in Thursday's video, so not even the last one. If you could not hold up here, guess what? You're just going to find buyers here in the golden pocket. That is what we are really taking a look at here. Now you come over here to QQQ, and like I said, you don't really have much here, but how far away are we from there? That's 3%, guys. That is actually, that's like $12 off the top of my head, right? Something like that. All right, we're talking like $11.50 to $12 right there. No, not $11.50, $10.50 to $11 right there. All right, regardless, guys. All right, let's come over here. All right, I got another fancy thing to show you guys. All right, 43% are on the bear side. Now, I will tell you right now, if you come down here, you see that big bad boy was over at 52.3%. So we can get a whole lot more bearish in this party, or this big bear party over here we're having. All right, fear and greed index 24. Let me just do another fancy thing right there. Boom. All right, where do you bottom out here? Exactly where we are right here. Now, yes, you did go down to 17. It doesn't show you right here, but it was at 17. That is back in October. That is exactly where you bottomed over there on the Fear and Greed Index, 17. It was 2 days before that, and then you saw the markets rally to where they are right here, and you saw that take place. Now, I'm just going to tell you my belief of what's really going on here, all right? I think you saw your downside last year. I think this is the year of upside. I'm going to be completely honest, and I think maybe the bear market can come back, but we're not going to see no stinking crash until they cut rates. that is when, you know, look back, that is when the crashes take place. I don't think we got to really complicate ourselves with this whole 10-year and 2-year. And like, guys, we could look at these things. We know they're sky high. All right. We know they're crazy, way up in the sky. But you look at that. You have a red candlestick. Guess what? No wick on the bottom. Are we about to see something go down over here? Look at this bearish divergence going on. That is also the case. All right. Look at that guy up there. And then we're going to come over to IW. And why is this thing all the way down here, guys? We are seeing an oversold condition from, you know, guys, back in, like, you literally where it bottomed. All right. Like that. I don't know what else to say about that. That was back here in the bear market where we ended up seeing this weekly RSI down here. That was after a crash. You saw this thing down here. That was after this 2018 crash over here. Something having to do with Trump. I forgot what that was about. Someone in the comments let me know last time. Oh, what happened? Your crash. Guys, all I'm saying is we are seeing an oversold condition that you see, like, you know, historical rallies come off of. Do you see this thing? You see this thing? You see that thing? You see it over here. Maybe it's going to be a bottoming process. Maybe we shoot up for a few weeks and then boom, we undercut the low again. Maybe we can find ourselves all the way somewhere down here because, you know, look at this fancy tool we slapped on our charts at the beginning of the video. Guess what? All right, the volume profile suggests this is where the battle is going to be. All right, just like over here on SPY, it's right where we are. This is where a big battle can start taking place. Let's zoom in here. You're seeing everything right there. All right, literally exactly where we are. This is where, hey, buyers, they're probably going to step up here. Or you're going to slice through it like butter and you're coming down to 400 over here and they're going to step up over there. I have absolutely no idea how this is going to go. But you guys are looking at the same exact thing I'm looking at. And you see over here, QQQ, buyers, you guys step up. This thing's going to start slicing through like butter. You're going to come right down here to the support. You know, it's just something I'm just putting it out there, guys. I'm just sharing my charts. All right. But I am definitely going to throw my opinions in here, which, you know, my opinion screaming to me. Guess what, guys? This is a time. All right. This is a time not to be selling that fear. I'm just putting it out there. No financial advice will be found on this channel. But guess what? You know, you guys see the selling volume that's picking up? Well, you had selling volume pick up over here. That was your bottom. Sell volume pick up right here on that candlestick. Next week, you mark the bottom. Sell volume picking up right here. Oh, what happened? Oh, led you straight to the bottom. You come over here. Oh, so aggressive selling. What do we have? Big sell volume. Led you straight to the bottom. And then boom, you had a pretty... Guys, that's a $12, 12-point rally over here off of IWM, 6%. I'm just saying. Right here on support. You guys see these green circles I drew out for us? Guess what? I'm just saying. But what I will also say is that you broke down from this big bear flag that we've been watching for a while, and we didn't, you know, I didn't think. I'm not gonna say we. Maybe you guys did, but you know, at least me here on this channel, I thought this thing was gonna break to the upside. I did not think we were gonna see this go down, but you know, we very much so could see this exact thing happen. All right, maybe we end up doing what we did over here, where you put in a divergence and you say you have to undercut this low. Now, I do personally think if we get a scenario like this, I think you're going to, you know, pretty aggressively undercut the low. I think it's probably going to come all the way down here. I don't know. All right. But you see this broke down from a massive bear flag. And if we just go like that, you know, you're looking for COVID lows at that point. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I'm just saying this is, you know, on the weekly chart. This is a weekly update. We're going to talk about the weekly setups. All right. I'm not telling anybody to go with that, all right? On top of that, you do also have this head and shoulders formation over on DIA. You did break down from this week. You can see that very clearly on the daily time frame. You wanted buyers to step in before closing underneath this low right here. What was that low? 325.82. Where are you right now? 324.19. With the daily and weekly close underneath, we could be going lower to this next support all the way down there towards 318. All right. Is it going to happen? I have absolutely no idea. Could it happen? Yeah, of course. I just showed you why it can happen. That's the next support. All right. But SPY, guys, as far as this whole, oh, we're going to crash. Guys, this is how bottoms are put in. This is exactly how bottoms are put in. All right. I'm personally, all right. So my SPY died. I'm just going to be transparent on that one. My SPY died. Now, luckily, your boy didn't have everything in SPY. Luckily, we were spread out. There are things that didn't take hits. All right. So I'm going to sell everything and I'm going to put it into 11/17 or 11/24 November. That's in that. It's been a long day, guys. I've been up since, I don't know, it's been like 6 o'clock. Then we had 10 to 7. So that was that. But yeah, that's okay, guys. We are still here making this video, reviewing these charts. I'm sorry, guys, there is no live stream today. I am going to eat and probably go to sleep after that because I have to be up for an 8:30 shift tomorrow, 8:30 to 5. Video will be up after 5. There you go. Probably around 6 o'clock. But yeah, that'll be that. I look forward to it. I hope you guys look forward to it. And I'm just going to say right now, because I don't tell you long enough, crap, we're past 10 minutes, guys. I thought we were shooting for 8 minutes. And that's the dinner. I just almost spilled that. That's okay. Yeah, I love you guys. Thank you so very much for being here with me. I very much so appreciate each and every one of you. And I really do. It's a great thing that we have going on here. We are at 3.7 thousand subscribers. That is amazing. Our community, our little corner of the YouTube here, all right, has grown to almost 4,000 people. Eventually, guys, we're going to be at 10,000 people. It's going to be pretty crazy because we're going to be like, guys, we were here when there was none of us. Boom. And all the new people will be like, oh, he probably just blew up. Nope. No, we didn't. We were just here for years. Well, we weren't here for years, but we will be by the time we blow up. And then it won't be luck. All right. Regardless, guys, I appreciate you. I very much so do. Now, as far as this whole crash thing goes, I'm just going to reiterate what I've been hammering. All right. I understand I was definitely early. I cannot deny. I will not deny. I'm on Twitter. I downloaded Twitter again. Someone commented, you got to own it. And now, first of all, you're blocked. All right. But second of all, as if I don't own it. All right. It's not, a mystery. If anybody tunes into me daily, all right, your boy started getting bullish pretty early here, all right? Regardless, PA remained untouched between my bias, all right? You know why? Because we still just played it level by level. That's all we do here on this channel, guys. That's why, like, people think we got it wrong. I got my prediction wrong, and I got my bet wrong. Cannot deny that. But, yeah, my plan is, guys, 11/17 and 11/24. That is the plan to, hopefully, honestly, I think it's not too bad. I'm just going to go over right now. We'll go over the daily time frame. I think this thing's about a slingshot back up. I'm just going to point that one out. All right. Can you go a little lower? Yeah, I just pointed that's what I was trying to get at, in the first part of this video. But guess what? I think it's much more likely that you're going to get buyers stepping in somewhere. If it goes to 404, it goes to 404. All right. But, risk to reward at this point, I don't think anyone's going to argue with me on that one. Guess what? It's to the upside. All right. And if this is not going to, crash, all right, if we're not getting 100% retracement of that move from here to here, you're going to get buyers stepping in before $97. If you were to cross $97, that's when we're saying crash time. We're going down. I don't care about oversold conditions. Maybe we get a dead cat bounce, but you're going to see something like that. All right. And then this weekly RSI is going to be going down there. And then we make it a clean 10x on whatever we got. All right. Whatever happens, I will catch that. Remember that happened over there? Remember, hey, this guy over here, you had that opportunity and then you had that opportunity. That's what would be coming if we were to see this scenario play out right there. But in order to get confirmation that is extremely likely, like 99% chance that is going to happen, we need to break here 397, because if you don't, it's just going to be a correction off of this impulsive move, and you're going to see something like this. Or it could come up and make the lower high. But from whenever, I know, guys, I'm 99% sure you're going to bounce here in this 397 to 410 zone. That's what we were discussing the other day in the video. All right, if you broke down from 412.35, buyers weren't going to hold this break and retest setup here on the weekly time frame. They were not going to hold it. Guess what? You're going to just get buyers stepping up somewhere over here, and you're probably going to have so many people, going absolutely insane on the move from here to here. All right, guys, if we see 404, you're going to see a lot of people going nuts. Do I think it happens? I don't know. You already did fall a lot, and, we're going to have to see, do you get a gap up? If you get a gap up and it's, over 0.5%, then yeah, I think we're probably going to at least have that dead cat bounce before going down. But yeah, guys, I'm looking for buyers to step in here anyway for this exact move. Once they do step in there, which I'm, again, 99, we're going to say 99.5% sure that is what's going to happen. You know why I'm that sure? Because crashes are not often. All right, they happen, you know, not a lot. We'll go over the VIX for any new people to the channel in a little bit. But let's say we do come all the way down to 400 and bounce. Guys, then we're going to get a move that looks like that. Let me just, I moved the wrong one. Let me just get that out of there. All right. Bring that back up. Then we're going to get a move up here to 440. All right. Like you know, that's just typically how we're going to see it go. Why are we going to get that move up to 440? Because you're going to get a lower high if you're going to see the lower low. All right. Do you pick up what I'm putting down? Bears and bulls all have their chance. Guess what? Right now, it's the bulls' chance for a higher low here. And I think it's at least going to be the higher low into a lower high. And then you get the lower low if you're going to see that scenario play out. But I really don't think that's going to be the case. All right. But I'm not going to, you know, that's not anything that I can say I approve that that's going to be how it goes, right? No, you don't know how it goes. I don't know how it goes. We're going to have to just wait it out and see what happens. What I'm telling you right now is if bulls are going to step up at all, they're going to do it before this. This zone right here, this is where you risk it. Should I have waited and not risked anywhere up here? Yeah, 110%. But this is exactly where if you were a bull, you get off of the sidelines and you go in. Or if you're a bear, you flip temporarily because this is now where extreme risk reward lies. Why is it extreme risk reward? Well, let's say you open your long position at 404. Let me just show you my, you know, what's going on in my head right now. There's your stop. You see what I'm talking about? This isn't even, did I just finish telling you 440? Okay, 440. And guys, you're not even like, you know, the deeper you go into here, you can risk more. And then you just have your extremely tight stop right here. Because if you do it, like, yeah, you're probably going to get the bounce, but that's when you do risk the 100% retracement. Let me just point out an example, all right? I know if you guys aren't new, you know, you guys have seen me do this several times now. Right here, all right? This is actually on the wrong one. It was on QQQ, not on SPY. All right? But either way, the fibs are going to be respected. You know, the vast majority of the time. Why? Because this is like the one indicator that most traders use, most market participants use. This is an absolute perfect example. You risk it right here. Stop goes right here. Let me just now do that one. Let's say you did it right there at open. Right there at open, because that was what you were, that was a swing you were ready to take. Well, there you go. All right. Let me just put this out. Right here. All right, guys. So right here, where your target was right over here. This is where we were saying, hey, this is your line in the sand over here on QQ. This is it for the bulls. You're very likely doing 100% retracement coming all the way down here at 351 if you break through the 0.786, which was at 356. Well, on this day right here, so this is what I'm talking about, that dead cat bounce. You're probably going to get that on the weekly time frame if you break the 0.786 that we were just talking about over on SPY, which is 397 off the top of my head. 397.43, I think it was on that chart. But this is exactly the dead cat kind of bounce I was talking about that is possible, all right? But you're going to have oversold conditions, so you're probably going to get the dead cat bounce before you have the 100% retracement. In this scenario, you did not. But let's look at SPY over here, all right? You keep going down here, you're probably going to see this thing almost down here. And then if you know, like I doubt you're just going to fall flat on your face. You're very likely going to at least see something like this. At least. All right. What I think is, you know, more likely is you're going to come up to the 50% retracement, wherever that may be. It probably aligns with this 430 mark right there. All right. It's going to be looking something like that. All right. Oh, wow. 50% retracement is right there. 430. If you were to stop this, you know, party to the downside right around 404. All right. All right, guys. So I think I've made myself pretty clear on these weekly charts. Let's now do ourselves a favor and just look at the daily charts. What do we got going on? We have the daily RSI now under 30. Well, let's now look back. What are all of the times that this ended up happening? We're going to use vertical lines. All right. What are we also going to do? I'm going to zoom in on that. I'm going to put you right there. And let's see all of these times where you had your RSI come down here over the past few years. We're not crazy. We're not going way back. You nuts. All right. So what are we going to do? We're going to go like that. Let me just put that on horizontal. All right. We're going to go like that. We're going to go like that. Like that. And you know, guys, you could just get close to these lines. We'll put it down. All right. Oh, you came back and tapped it? There you go. Got pretty close there. Meh. All right. Over there. Okay. Then you got your COVID crash. We're going to disclude the COVID crash because I'm a firm believer that we're not going to crash right now. No crashes will be in play. All right. But this is exactly where you bounce. All right. Do you guys see what I'm talking about? This is like, I know we haven't actually gone back and looked, but here you go. This is where you get your fat dead cat bounces. If it's just going to be dead cat, you're going to get a fat one. It's going to be juicy. Look at that. All right. Oh, look at that. Oh, look, you bottomed, you know, a few days later after forming a divergence there. Yeah. Then you had a rally. Okay. All right. So you guys see what I was talking about, eh? That's out of the bear market, out of recent history. That is, you know, all the way going back to 2017, 2018. There's your COVID crash. We're not going to count these crashes, right? All right. You got over there. You got over there right over here. Oh, one day later you bottomed and then you had a 3% bounce. And it was your fat dead cat bounce before you went lower and put in a divergence right here. All right, guys, like this is, now I understand this. This right here was not the case. All right, you hit 31 in your RSI, but we're not even at 31 right now. We're under 30. All right, so what was times you went under 30? Right here. Next day you did, you know, you went 4% lower. That was at the beginning of your bear market. All right, but within a few days, you were up 5%. All right, and this is the type of action I'm talking about. All right, I think that is about to be what happens now that you're, you know, you have this condition. Make fun of me all you want for using an RSI. I'm just going over a simple indicator that you guys all have access to. We could look at this thing. We could also look at the McClellan oscillator. We can also look at all of these things you're probably already seeing. All right. But I'm going to show you what I got over here, what, you know, I've used for a while, and I'm pretty good with at this point. All right. Guys, all of these points, you're very close to the bottom, and then you start, you know, either a major reversal. All right. You know, maybe it takes some time there. It definitely takes some time. All right. That's 2.5 months there. All right. But guess what? You got something like this right around the corner, or you even just going to get a little, like, you know, you're not going to, this is not where you go short. And this is also not where you sell longs if you've been holding them back. All right. It's where you reposition longs because the slingshot probably is about to launch up. That's what I'm going to do. All right. You reposition. I think SPY is going to probably act like a slingshot over Tesla. All right. Just an example. But Tesla is actually not a bad looking chart at all. My SAT, I'm going to sell my Tesla. Yes. All right. My SAT, I'm going to sell my McDicks. Yes. Baba. Yes. All of these have sexy setups. I just, you know, I think risk reward right now, I think is going to be in SPY. All the attention is going to be on SPY. I know the SPY game plan because I just went over it with you guys. You know, this is the thing that I know the most. I think I can manage to, you know, recover pretty much everything on this move back with SPY. All right. But if it's scattered all over the board, no, I don't think that's going to happen. In further outdates, no, I don't think that like Tesla looks like a sexy setup. All right. But, yeah, I think, guys, you see what I just went over SPY with you guys. This thing's destined to slingshot somewhere in this thing. It's gonna get this recovery back to 420 to 430. That is where the money is to be made, in my personal opinion. All right. Now, we've gone over these indices in quite detail. Let's come over to QQ. Let's finish off with that. Then let's go over some individual tickers real quick. I know, guys, I said 8 minutes. It's 3 freaking times 8 minutes. All right. We're pushing 24. There we go. All right. Regardless, NVIDIA's RSI all the way down there. You know, it's an oversold. This is not NVIDIA. This is freaking QQQ. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just ready to go. I'm ready to go with these individual tickers. I'm also ready to go and eat and then, you know, do that. But right here, guys, you fall a little further on the NASDAQ and you're literally going to just tap the 200 DMA that we just tapped over here on SPY. You're going to have a full-on reset. All right. I'm just putting that one out there. I don't think buyers are going to give that one up. They gave it up on SPY, not without a fight. But on QQQ, I really don't think they're going to give it up. That's just my prediction, all right? I don't think it's going to happen. Your RSI is going to be underneath 30 if you get down there. And SPY, you already have a divergence going on. 28.54. What do we have right here? 29.11. Guess what? This low, we got to remove all this clutter on my chart, man. Get that out of there. 4,374. That is your support right underneath here. You do have minor support at the low of this candlestick at 409.88. Guess what? That's where you bottomed out on Friday. 409.21. Buyer stepped in right before support. But right here, like I pointed out earlier, this is where you're going to have your battle anyway. So we know, you know, we could see this is, you know, a 2-month long range. It was not fun. Are we about to get something like that? I don't think so. I think we're out of this whole, you know, question. I think the market loves to go back to extreme. And over here, it was doing that, but every, like, you know, a few days. And I think right now, nope, one side has been winning for a while. You see one side wins, one side wins, one side. And right now we've had this, you know, what I think is impulsive to the downside. But it's also came right back into the weekly, you know, a weekly pivot point, if you may. And it's also right into the golden pocket. So I really, you know, I think there's a solid chance you're going to end up finding buyers over here. And whether that happens in a corrective sequence or not, who cares? All right. Look at this. This is exact. And I'm not even good with this stuff. But like, you've had sellers take control for quite some time. We've had no counter trend move. In the bear market, you had these moves. All right. You would just want me to, you know, look at Elliott Henry. All right. What is that? Okay. What is that? What did I say? And then you have a big rally. We didn't get a big rally. That's a $36 move from a lower price. So percent-wise, that's, you can see what I'm talking about. I'm looking for, you know, at least something. Guys, that brings us right to 440. We were just talking about 440. If that's good, if the bears are then going to step in after this counter trend, that's when they're going to step in for the lower high, 440-ish, all right? Because that's where the golden pocket would be. All right, guys, doesn't really have to be complicated. This is like, realistically, this is what I'm, you know, what's going through my mind. This is how I plan on playing the next few months, all right? We're going to play the bounce. We're going to sit back, relax. We're going to probably get into this 430 to 440 range, all right? I'm going to make little moves from that point to that point. And then what are we going to do, guys? All right, maybe we get really freaking squeezed. All right, maybe it happens. You play short. If you get this on the weekly time frame, all right, because this was the weekly move down right there, not on the daily time frame, but on the weekly. All right, guess what? Boom, boom, boom. 447 to 438. That is where you risk it. If you start seeing it get up here, bear's last stand, play short at least from there to somewhere over here. All right, that is your move. But also, it's probably going to then come down like this. And then guess what? Bears are going to have their chance up here. And then bulls are going to have their chance. Let's then look at this. All right. Let's see if this goes picture perfect. This is how a perfect reversal would happen, by the way. You have things pinching up so tight between the battles, right? Let's just get all of this out of the way. We're just going to make our new path. All right. You do it. You end up doing it. Come up here into the golden pocket. Boom. All right. Now bears have their chance. And guess what? You come down to the golden pocket over here, and then boom, the bulls have their chance. And now what do you have? All right, it's not picture perfect, but something like that. All right, that is a picture perfect ticket to all-time highs. And that is also, you know, that's a perfect reversal to the upside. In my personal opinion, all right, I think that's what that would look like. Okay, and then on the monthly time frame, you would have a massive handle to this. Since this is the weekly, look at that. We can start drawing here. Yeah, guys, we had a pretty wicked drawing the other day. Oh. Now it looks like a guy. Oh, he's a creepy guy. From like Finn and Jake. Adventure Times with Finn and Jake. Boom. All right. We're going to end the video out here. Okay. With that being said, I'll catch y'all in the next one. Don't catch yourself ever looking, you know, or hanging with a dude that looks like this. This guy really looks weird. All right. With that being said, I'll catch y'all in the next one. This guy's got a bread head. Peace, guys. Have a lovely night. VIX over here, guys, just because I know I said I was going to mention it. Everyone still have a lovely night. This is my outro right here. Mr. VIX over here, you're just still banging your head up into our trend line that we've been talking about. Ever since you were right up here, we were like, okay, spike up to VIX, you're going to backtest this. Guess what? You spiked up again, putting a bearish divergence between that point and that point. What'd you also do? Smacked your head into our, little line here. What happened? People didn't respect the line, huh? You didn't respect it, Mr. Market, huh? You went straight up into it, which I actually see an inverse head and shoulders right now. But you went straight up into our line again. What happened? You smacked your head up into it, and boom. The line smacked back. And there you go. And now, is this going to be a lower high? Or is it going to spike and hit its head again on our line? I don't know. But if it does spike, it's going to put in just another point of bearish divergence. And yeah, not much has changed, guys. Regardless, SPY, I think, is going to bottom somewhere within, what was it, 397.40 to 412, I think is their golden pocket, right around there. It's going to be somewhere in there. With that being said, I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.